Good morning, Metaverse. I'm Thor with the Red Hand, and this episode is a big thank you to the Metaverse Nomads for over 3 years of consistent episodes every Sunday, focusing on Star Atlas, but also covering a lot of news throughout the crypto world and just bringing a lot of value to the Star Atlas community. I know that their show was a staple of my week, and whether I was watching it live or catching the recording later that day, I know I was always looking forward to it. So thank you very much, Whitticus, Fancy Hat, and Ray. You guys have been fantastic and deserve a well-earned break. Take some time, spend it with the people you love, and we look forward to seeing you again when you get the itch and you got to make some more videos. I'm sure everybody will welcome you back and look forward to when you do. So I'm just going to make a bit of an episode sort of on their forum, very similar. Check out the crypto as a whole, and then go into some Star Atlas items, some things that have been on my mind, some of my thoughts, and just go from there and see if I can give an homage and a thank you to good quality programming every Sunday. Also, on a side note, it is my birthday today. I am turning 40. And it's been a lot of fun to be able to share videos and my thoughts with you the last several years, and looking forward to another great year in the space. So, with that all said, let's get into the bubble map. All right, our bubbles tell us that prices are going down right now. There's a lot of red, except for a few exceptions. It's interesting what those green bubbles are. You have sand and mana, both gaming tokens, AXS also. So that's very interesting. Most of the market is having a pullback right now, and you see a market start acting like that. We've had Bitcoin shoot up. But in I think a relatively healthy way for spiking as hard as it has. This is definitely the bull run. This is that banana zone where it just starts going parabolic. We've been waiting for this for a long time. So without giving financial advice, I'm going to give my opinion that right now we should really be looking and paying attention to what's happening and being as smart as we can, knowing what time it is. And so, in the daily chart, everything's looking down, but in the weekly chart, we've got a lot of green, a lot of positive. So that's good to see. And overall, Bitcoin is down 1.9%. So actually, let's pop over here. Let's go to Bitcoin. I want to take a look at that real quick and show you what I'm talking about as far as my opinion of it being healthy. The rise has been very steady from their 65,000 range, and coming up, we spiked up real hard to 75, and then it had this sort of leveling out and getting some footing, and then it spiked up again to 85, 90, and it was like that for about a week and a half, and now it almost hit our 100K in the 99,000 range. Just impressive. The steady, strong increases is real fast, but you have these little plateaus, and that's good to see. So it's not complete burnout, just a spike up and losing steam. I'd love to see the bull run this round go as high as possible, obviously, but well over the 100,000 range. And then the question is, and always keep your eye on this, is all right, you have a bull run, Bitcoin leads the way. At some point, you start um, uh, taking profits from Bitcoin and rolling it into some other altcoin, and creating that alt season. I don't personally think that's yet, but with this upward motion, we're definitely going to be seeing some of these other um, oh, sorry, some of these other altcoins. You have Solana, you have XRP, Ethereum, Cardano, Avalanche, some of these larger established altcoins. And when is that time that's going to start putting funds? People are going to start putting funds into that altcoin in alt season, and then how quickly is it going to spill over to some of these smaller bubbles, and ultimately, how quickly will it go to the Atlas token? That would be the uh, the ultimate question. And so with Star Atlas, we've really not seen a lot coming in. We are seeing prices go up right now, a little bit, but compared to some of the other altcoins and meme coins, for example, that have had a lot of growth in this little time period, Star Atlas has, or the Atlas and Polis tokens have done relatively little. So hopefully this will be a really good bull run for us, and I'm waiting and looking for that. Now I picked up bags. I was buying here. This whole range right now, um, I think, is a good time to have acquired Atlas and Polis, um, and waiting for the bull run to take off and pull everybody with it. So that's just my overall crypto thoughts on coin prices. But with the crypto news, the biggest thing that I'm focused on right now is seeing how the U.S. government and um, specifically around Trump, but also the senators and congressmen that are pro crypto, how that is going to affect the regulatory aspects of crypto. Now, I think it's you know, regulations are what they are. Would rather have no regulations personally. But if you're going to have regulations, let's define it. Let's figure out what the rules are. And the fact that this last election was so much in favor, from a crypto side of things, in favor of cryptocurrency integration into the U.S. economy, I think that was a big win for everybody that wants to work with crypto. And so Trump has put together, or is putting together, a advisory council, and companies like Ripple, Kraken, and Circle are fighting for positions to be on that advisory council. I think there's are a handful of really intelligent people that could do a lot of good for the cryptocurrency market in the United States, and that being the largest economy in the world right now, that's extremely bullish. And so this bull cycle, with all that positive news, I'm feeling more and more confident of its ability to really push the crypto dominance in the overall world market, in comparison to all the other asset classes. And so that's all positives. That was the big thing I had focused on recently, and not just looking at Trump and the people that he's bringing on to his team in the executive branch, but the legislative branch with senators and congressmen. So find out where politicians stand on crypto. It's standwithcrypto.org, and I'm sure people have seen some of this before, but it shows the different politicians, and you can pick the different roles. And so I'm interested in senators and representatives, who are strongly supportive of crypto. Um, Specifically, I look at those because you say you're in favor of crypto, but one, do you have any idea what you're talking about? So if I see any news articles from statements from these representatives and congressmen, um, those are the ones that I'm going to read and see if they actually understand what they're talking about with crypto. Because if they don't, then they can very easily, you know, put together regulation that and laws that inadvertently end up causing a big problem with crypto. So before I say, oh yeah, they claim to be for crypto and that's great, looking a little bit deeper. But this is kind of how I weed through that big um, haystack of information. So just a nice little something for you to keep up on important crypto news, at least in the U.S. So let's go on to now. Actually, let's see here. Oh, I've don't forget to look for the Order of the Red Hand. That is the guild that I've put together with a few other members. Just made that public recently. Check that out. But moving on to the Star Atlas in general, Golden Carnival is underway. This is the fourth week, I believe. It's the mega week. So there's 400,000 in prizes this week. Last week was the Fimbule, and this is the mega week. And then next week is the second time that the Pierce um, line is going to be featured. I've actually made the decision that I'm not going to participate in this week. I've been um, making golden tickets and crafting those, and I'm saving them up for the next week. Even though it's the mega week and there's more prizes, I specifically want to try to get a D9 or an R6. The Pierce lines are the ones that I want to get for the rescue repair aspect of it. And so that's going to be my game plan. I've been saving up these last couple weeks. I haven't been submitting any of my tickets, and I'm gonna do it next week. So, but if anybody's interested in getting into the mega week of the Golden Carnival, this is your time. So then let's go and take a look at what's happening in Star Atlas. So as far as the different factions, I was just going through some information. I thought this was interesting. The factions as far as mining is really quite close. All three of the factions, regardless of the differences in sizes, the production, the mining production of the different factions are neck and neck, basically equal. So I thought that was interesting, and then but what they're mining ends up being quite a bit different. There is a lot of variation between, mud is heavy on the biomass, whereas Ooster is heavy on the faction crystals, titanium, nitrogen, and then mud is really heavy on silica. Oni seems to be really even down the line, and which is in itself very different than the other two factions. So that's just kind of interesting to look at. Um, but they end up leveling out. And then when we go to crafting, then we see Mud has taken the lead quite a bit with crafting, a significant amount at least. But the Oni and Ooster factions are neck and neck for second, third. Kind of doesn't really matter at those numbers, and that's just kind of a fascinating watching it all happen and unfold, and having this flip side site to go through and run all the numbers. That's pretty neat. I enjoy this site on a regular basis. The golden tickets, yeah. So the overall cost of golden tickets is actually the components to be able to just buy the components and make the tickets has stayed relatively consistent. a little bit of uptick and a slight increase in the cost of the raw materials in order to craft the golden tickets. But still, I I don't see a massive increase in the cost from if there was a whole lot bigger demand for it. I would have expected a little bit more deviation or change over this 4 week period or so. But we'll see how it goes throughout the rest. This is 4 weeks of 12 weeks total that the golden tickets is going to be operating. So yeah, total circulating supply is at 8 million. Each of these days we've had some big submissions of tickets. 1.6 yeah 1.6 million. Um, so about 2 million, looking at these different numbers, little bit over 2 million each of the raffle days of total redeemed tickets. So that's quite interesting. The next thing that I usually look at is crew on Tensor. Now I haven't bought and sold a whole lot, but I do check this regularly. And so we got the floor price around 0.016 Sol, which is at the moment roughly $4, just under that, I believe. And you know, I usually when I talk about crew, I get a little bit agitated. I've made my feelings known on how the crew drop was, and I had been in favor of spending more time and focus on the mobile app, which would then utilize the crew members, but the community decided to go the other way with that. I still think that getting a mobile app to be able to use the characters would be ideal and a big benefit to Star Atlas and building community. But that's it is what it is. But looking at all the different characters, I think putting some more time into developing these and at least defining it a little bit better, it would still help people go through and utilize Tensor a little bit better to be able to trade and really know what type of character you're wanting to build your crew with. What kind of fleet you want to build, the personalities and what those traits really mean. There still has been, in my opinion, not that great of information and detail on how the crew, how to analyze your crew member. And I think that's something that the team really needs to do something about and make it more usable for the community. So that's my I'm starting to rant again, so I'm gonna jump off that soapbox. But Tensor, I always check in with them to see where things are at. The 24-hour volume. Um, is 321. I know it was a lot higher um, uh, a little while ago, but we still have some decent motion in there. Star Atlas. Oh, I wanted to check in on some of the community driven projects like Gallia Merchants. I hadn't checked this out for quite some time, but it's getting to the Christmas season. So if anybody wants to, send me a a great Christmas gift, a Star Atlas faction patch, Oosters please, or I might get a hat. I kind of like I like this beanie. I think that would be really cool with an Ooster emblem on it. And then I don't have what I realized I didn't know I needed this, but I now realize that I do need this. The classic Star Atlas T-shirt. I don't have one, and it's about freaking time. So that's on my Christmas list, and definitely some cool graphics. Um, that they've put together at Gallia Merchants. Then also Dark Core Roasters. They still have their pumpkin spice, and the other one that I really liked. Uh, I actually think I'm going to do a subscription for the Surge. I like the medium to light roast. More caffeine in light roast. I don't know if you knew that. It's important. Get your caffeine fix. But yeah, jump on here and support community members. Looking forward to all the different um, ways that community can bring other useful utility to the community as a whole. I love to see more products like that. Which if you like seeing that type of stuff, um, leave a comment in the comment section below of material and content that you'd like to see, if for doing other shows in the future. And last thing I wanted to talk about with Star Atlas was, since Metaverse Nomads is taking a break, um, the Beyond the Horizon is the other content creator that I always check out, and puts out some really great content. I actually have not watched this creating a game developer sessions. I'm interested to see what he's doing. But typically, this is a channel that I go to for some good Star Atlas information, and he does some really good work. So uh, check Beyond the Horizon out. There's also Metaverse Explorer. He does good, consistent work as well, getting content out for Star Atlas. Um, and I think I'm going to be doing a little bit more because Metaverse Nomads, they they leave a really big shoes to fill, and some needed space for content creation for Star Atlas, especially in this bull market, and with more interest and eyes being put on the space. It's important that people have some good content to consume and learn from. So hopefully I can add my hat to the ring there and get some content out there. But Metaverse Explorer and Beyond the Horizon are two other great content creators. I just wanted to make that known. Anybody else that um, uh, wants to make some content, put things out, I'm always willing to help and um, uh, talk about what people are trying to do to add to the community. Um, you can always find me on Discord, um, uh, Red Hand Thor. Um, I, I'm always here to help the Star Atlas community. So that was a lot of fun. Just kind of putting something fun together. A thank you to Metaverse Nomads and advocating for Star Atlas, and going into the holiday seasons, doing something fun for my birthday, just enjoying it and being a part of the community. Looking forward to continue working with all of you. And let me know in the comment section if you have any suggestions of things that you wanted to cover, questions that you had, or ideas, opinions that you have about Star Atlas, that type of stuff. I do want to make some more content. I'm not nearly as consistent, and there's no way I can be as the Metaverse Nomads, but they've done some great work, and I know the community as a whole really does appreciate that. So don't worry about liking or subscribing, but if you can share this with someone that would find it useful, then today would be a good day. Good morning, Metaverse.